Hello everyone, it's Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to my channel, by the way. And today I am doing the next step that I thought I might go ahead and get done in, making and creating my glue books here. So to finish off the covers, what I'm doing is I decided to, in the last video at the end, I just said I was trying to decide on what I wanted to do about pockets on the inside of the covers, and I decided I do want to do pockets, and basically it's because I do like to do pockets inside the covers of my journals usually, and especially because these are solid plain colors. I thought, well, it's the perfect opportunity. I'm not blocking anything, so it's the perfect opportunity to create some pockets. So I'm doing a library pocket over here on the inside of the front cover, and on the inside of the back cover I'm doing a long narrow pocket. So what I decided, I looked around in my stash and trying to decide what to use for the pockets, and I remembered that I had a bunch of file folders, and I had bought a bunch of file folders at different places. I got some at Walmart, and I got some at I bought some at Dollar Tree. And just in case you didn't know, you probably do, but in case you don't know, at back to school time, like last year, at back to school time, they had some really beautiful, I thought beautiful file folders. They were like 3 in a package for $1. So I had picked up a bunch, and I haven't really used them very much, and I've been wanting to use them. So the colors, I went through the different colors, and I think I found some that I think really look good. So like this is one of them. This is the pattern here on the one I'm using on this one glue book that we've been working on together. So this is going to be my library pocket, and I'm just making a simple one-sided library pocket because it's file folder, it's thick, and so I think that's all that's needed. So what I'm doing is I have my scoreboard over here, and let me just move this over for a second. And what I'm doing is scoring my fold because it is cardstock, and I want it to fold nicely. I don't want it to, be all kind of a messy fold. I want it to be a nice, neat fold. So I'm just scoring, like, if I line it up with a score line, I'm counting 6 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to score right there. Nice, good score. You don't want to push too hard because it can go through sometimes if you press too hard on your scoreboard. And the same thing with the other side. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that looks good on this side too. So I'm scoring right there, nice straight score line. And just tell you my dimensions of this complete pocket before I fold it is, let's see, it is, I've been gluing my other pockets. If you see glue on my fingers, it's because I've been gluing my other 4 books, and I've got those done. I'll show you those in a second. But I'm just finishing this up with this book, the pockets. So this is about, I would say, 5 1/8 inch wide. And then the length is, about 4 and, it's about 4 and, it's a little over 4 1/4, so it's about halfway between 4 1/4 and 4 1/2 inches. So, and then so we made our score lines. So I'm going to fold on those, and then I've been the first couple, I'm rounding my top corners. So the first couple I did, my corner rounder worked because I'm going through two layers here, so it's kind of a little bit thick for my corner rounder, probably for any corner rounder to go through. So yeah, it's making a little mark there, but it's not really going through. I kind of tried it on both sides. One time it worked on one side, but not, okay, see, it's not really working. I did press down hard though, and I got a little bit of an impression there. So that helps with the impression. At least I got an impression, and I can cut on that line, that impression line, and make some nice rounded corners with my scissors. So, and then we'll do this side. Let's see, where can I see better? I think I can see right here. And I'll cut on that impression from my corner rounder. So we've got some nice rounded corners there. And the reason I did this instead of just gluing it down flat is I want it to be easily accessible when you put something in and out. So like when we glue it down, it will be like this, and you'll see it in the bottom will be flat. So you almost kind of have a little puffy part right here at the top where you can get something in and out really easily. So that was my goal in doing it that way. So we're just going to glue this down, and I'm putting glue on this folded part here. Plenty on the edge, but not too much because I don't want it to ooze out if possible. And then I want the bottom to be glued down really well. So I'm putting a little bit behind the fold along the bottom. And you have to get enough with the cardstock like this, you have to get enough along the bottom for it to glue down. And then over on this flap. So we've got the flap. Sorry. I've turned off all my notifications except I think 1 or 2. And actually, I thought I turned them all off, and I can't find the one that keeps notifying me. I can't seem to find it. Like I've turned them all off, and it still gives me notifications. But hopefully, we won't have any more. And I have tried to put a pleasant sound on there, so if it does notify, it does give me a notification. It does not startle anyone when they're listening to my videos. Okay, so I think we have enough glue on there. Let's see if we can get this glued down. I want to just put a little bit more on this edge. You can kind of see if there's any blank spots where it won't. Just with this cardstock, you got to make sure it's got enough glue on there so it'll stick. Okay. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's press it down here. And I'm putting it not right in the middle. I want it down low enough so that if I want to put a nice long tag in there, I can. So that's why I'm picking this placement. I'm kind of putting it right in the middle where I think it looks good. So I'm not really measuring any certain placement. I'm just putting it where I think it looks good and where I have enough room. Like I was kind of using these little tickets as a guide. Like if I put this in here, you can see I have plenty of room for it to fit in, not go over the top of the book. So, and then I just need to hold this down for a minute and make sure it's sticking. Okay, we will go ahead and start working on our other side. So this one I'm doing the same thing. Actually, I'm kind of, let me move my book over so you can see. And I'm going to need to go back and either put something heavy on here, or let me see if I have a book that's heavy enough. This is pretty heavy. This is the book I showed the other day. I still have it sitting here on the other side of my desk. But I think that might be just enough weight to hold that down good. I just don't want to get my book glued down. Okay, so this one, what I'm doing is, I want to make sure you can see here, I'm just kind of measuring it by, I want it to go right to the edge of where the brown paper is. So inside the book, I want the book to show, and it'll cover the paper here on the end. So I'm just putting it right on the edge where I want it, and kind of looking at either side to have an even amount sticking out here on the top and the bottom. And then I'm just going to bend a little bit up so I can see where I need to score. So I'm just making a little mark by bending it on the top and the bottom. And so that is right where the paper stops inside the book. Okay, so let me move this over and get my score, my bone folder and my score board here. And so we're going to score right here where I made the mark. Nice straight line. And the other side also. I put my fold where I made the fold right on my score line, and so then I'm going to start to score right there. Okay, bend those two ends in. Kind of getting up and down here in my chair so I can get this done. Okay, so we've got our piece ready for our pocket on the other side. I'm going to glue it the same way. So just put some on the little tab here. Starting to dry on the end there. Let me clean that off. Okay, so some on this tab, not too much. I'm going to show you the other ones as soon as we're done with this one. A little bit on the inside of the tab, and I'm going to go across the bottom. So I hope you're doing this along with me, maybe. That's kind of why I'm doing it in short videos too, so if someone wants to follow along, they can, you know, just do one little step per night or whenever they want to work on their glue books. But let's see, we got it all along the inside, the bottom, and now we need to do this tab right here. I really like to get the bottom good and this side right here, because that's really what's holding it down onto the book. So let me make sure we got everything good here. I think we are good to go. Okay, got all my glue on there. So we're going to just push this over so you can see. And then we'll get it glued down right here. Put it up to the end of the paper. And same on this end. Get everything all evened up. And we'll just hold it down for a few seconds to get it to start to hold. Wipe my hands off. Okay, so let me just push it down. Got a tissue here in case I have any extra glue I need to wipe off, but I think we're good. Now what I was doing was, so I wouldn't have to keep holding it, is I've got two binder clips here that I just kind of clipped on the ends. And that kind of holds the whole thing down pretty good. Same on this side. I mean, it's staying, but just to make sure, I put those on there for a few, you know, for a bit. And we'll put this over to the side to dry, and I think this is probably holding down good here too. We can take our book off. So yeah, that's looking good. So yeah, it's starting to dry. So here is this one so far. We've got our new spine with our cover with fabric and trim. Here's the inside with our library pocket on the inside front cover right here. We've got a pocket over here. Okay, so I'll just show you the others. We'll put this over to the side to dry. Let me grab the others and show you what I did with those. So this is the other 4. And so here's our pockets. Like this is the one that's the greenish. And here's the inside. Here's the library pocket. Here's the other side. So you open up the front cover and it looks like that. I think it looks really good. And then the next one is here, the purple one. Here's the outside. You open up the cover and there you've got your library pocket and your side pocket. Really cool. I went with a solid color with this one. I just thought it looked better. And I like the green and blue contrast. And then it all kind of coordinates with the fabric. So this one looks like this when it's closed. You open it up and there you go. Got all our pockets on that one. And this one is the one with the kind of minty green color on the outside. And it looks like that, just as a reminder. And then you open it up and you've got, I used this coordinating. I thought this looked so good with just all these colors. I don't know why. It's, I mean, it's got this green in here, and I just like the kind of the modern look in contrast with this pretty fabric here. And just, I thought all the colors went very well together. There's a little bit of a close-up in case you can't see. But, sorry about any glare. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. And the next thing, I guess, is we're going to start our pages. So I have started the pages, and I will show you those next time. And we'll see. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Like, I've started the pages, but I don't know if I'm going to do them all and then show you, one, or because I plan to do 5 signatures. So like here's just some, I'm just cutting my pages. If you want to start cutting your pages, these are, after you do your pockets, go ahead and start cutting your pages. These are like a single page, it's a double page, but you fold it over and it makes 2 pages. And just so you know the size that fits in my book, now you have to measure for your book, but it's, this page is 11 inches wide and 8 1/2 inches long. And what it is when you do your pages, you have to make sure that you don't cut them too, of course not too, I mean, it's easy not to cut them too long, because when you open and close the book, they're not going to get longer. But when you put your pages in a signature, the ones that are on the inside, if they're all the same size, the ones on the inside will just be sticking out more and more and more. So you've got to measure and make sure, or just cut, when you're cutting, and just kind of do it by eye, where you have your inside pages meet up with maybe your first page, if that's your widest page, so that they're all even here. And don't go over the edge of your book, is what I'm getting at. You don't, you want your signature to be in the book and not stick out of over your edge of your book cover. So that's where we're at. We're going to work on the pages next time, and maybe we'll cut some together too. So I'll work that out, and that video will be next. So thanks for watching tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.